So, welcome everybody to our live. If you were there from IG, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We did not know that, or I didn't know that there would be feedback, so I apologize for that. But if you don't know me, if this is your first time here with me, I am Emmy from Trinity Transformations. I'm going to close the door because there's a lot of background noise. So give me a second. I usually live on a fairly quiet street, but of course, you know, when you're doing a live, that's when it's going to happen. But so I want to introduce my new friend, Nisreen. She is the owner and operator of Holistic Life Solutions, through which she offers holistic solutions through hypnosis, Reiki, and meditation. And under the umbrella of hypnosis, she has further trained in SP Advanced Hypnosis and past life regression. She's in the energy field, and she is Canadian Reiki Association. Let me try that again. She is a Canadian Reiki Association certified master and teacher. And her passion is to trigger within a person their own ability to heal. So welcome, Nisreen.
Great to be here. We had some technical difficulties, as you said, but we overcame that and we are here.
Yes, and we love to be here. So just a little background for everybody. Nisreen and I met recently, and we just really hit it off. And I thought, you know what, people will be really interested in hearing what she does. And I was really interested, and I didn't know anything really about advanced SP hypnosis or anything about, you know, how you can go through past lives. So whether you believe in past lives or you don't, you're gonna find what she has to say interesting tonight. So stick with us. If you have any questions, pop them in the chat box, and then later on I'm gonna check to see if there's any questions. I can't look right now because then it gives us, again, feedback, which we don't want twice in a row. We were on IG and it gave us feedback. So let's just hand it over to you, Miss Nisreen, to tell us a little bit about what is this advanced SP hypnosis.
Well, let's start this way. Everybody kind of knows a little bit about what is conscious, our conscious mind, and what is our subconscious mind. And we know that 80% or 90% of what we do comes from our subconscious mind. But there is one other than the conscious and subconscious, which we call the superconscious mind. And I call that as the Mr. Know-it-all. So it kind of knows everything about you and all the pros, cons, whatever happened, right? And it can help you unlearn the beliefs that you learned and change things for you really rapidly. So in SP Advanced Hypnosis, what we do is we actually take help from the superconscious mind to mediate between the conscious and the subconscious to get your issues resolved.
Wow.
So it's pretty amazing. And because the superconscious, your own superconscious mediates and does the work for you, you just have to tell it what to do. And to tell it what to do, you have to first find out what needs to be done. Because what a lot of the times, the stuff we know that, oh, okay, I have a smoking issue and I want to get rid of that. What do? I've been trying it consciously. It doesn't work. I keep going back to it. So yes, but the smoking started with a number of other issues and not other reasons. It's not because like, okay, you want to quit and you can't quit. It's just not as simple as that. There are underlying reasons for which you started smoking, and until and unless we do not address that, you cannot really stop smoking.
Absolutely. You need to get to the root cause, right?
Exactly. And that's not just one, it can be multiple.
Right.
So it can be something just, one can be because you wanted to belong into a group. So you started smoking. One can be because you belong. It was that sense of worthiness, sense of feeling that, oh, you know, I now belong, and getting the confidence. So there's a confidence, sense of worthiness, belonging, not being alone. So there's a host of things that kind of layers of one on top of the other, and you have to address each one to get it resolved. And using the SP advanced method, we
Absolutely.
just get it done so fast, so quickly, and permanently. So it's pretty amazing.
So that's amazing. How long has this SP advanced hypnosis been around?
Well, it's been around longer, but I was trained in it initially in 2015.
Okay. I just was
Okay.
asking because I know my parents, when I was probably a teenager, they had like hypnosis tapes for weight loss, but I don't know if it was, the same process or something different, but
No,
that's
it's like it's similar but not same. Like um, it's a little bit different from the regular hypnosis. The regular hypnosis we put them in the trance state and we talk to them and we kind of get the belief system changed, and it's a different, longer process. Whereas here, we yes put you in trance state. That's all the same, but after that we go much deeper and get to the superconscious mind and get the superconscious mind to mediate. And basically, we communicate with the client just through their idiomotor responses, which is just a fancy word of saying that we program their fingers to answer rather than using words. So we just are, and it's only yes and no answers.
okay.
So they use one finger, say they're using this for yes and this for no, or thumb for yes and this for no. So based on one questions I ask, okay, I will ask, Emmy, are you a woman? Yes. Okay. Are you feeling great? Yes. Or, this kind of things. Like I'll ask questions and you respond through your fingers. And that is how we communicate with the superconscious mind as well. So a lot of detective work is done to get the superconscious to do what you need it to do, because all you can get is answers and yes and no. There are
That's
no
fantastic.
sentences to work with.
So fascinating, because in my coaching, on life balance, I definitely tell people and firmly believe that, you have to get to the root of the problem to do it, but to do it through hypnosis, where you're actually able to communicate with the superconscious, like so much better than just,
And it's
trying
super
to
fast
peel the
too.
onion
Yeah.
layers yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Fantastic.
if you don't go through all the layers, then maybe for a little while you will overcome it, but then it can come back.
That's right.
Right. So you need to make sure that you go through all the layers. Excuse me, I think I need some water.
Take some water. It's always good to stay hydrated. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you talked about weight loss. Sorry, I talked about weight loss. You talked about smoking. So I'm sure those are two issues that you help people with. Well, maybe not with weight loss, you can tell us, but tell me some other things that people might be coming to you for, or things you can help them with through your hypnosis treatments.
Well, as you said, firstly, I would not call it weight loss.
Okay.
I will call it weight reduction.
Okay.
Okay, because what happens when you lose something? You look for it and find it right back. Right? So, and those words make a lot of difference on how your subconscious works.
Words
so
are
when you
very
call
powerful.
it weight loss, you lose it, and then the subconscious is upset. Like, I've lost something, I need to find it back. So then you wonder, why the hell didn't this work? Right? So I prefer to call it weight reduction, because you want to get rid of it. You do not want it back. So
Absolutely.
yes, you help people in weight reduction. I would say weight management, because believe it or not, I have had clients who actually want to put on weight.
Yes.
Because they are very super thin and
Yes.
they've tried to eat a lot, but they have hollow bones. So
Yes.
basically, yeah. So it's like the metabolism is too fast, right, for their own good. But anyway, so weight management is one, confidence building is another. And as we mentioned before, any kind of habit change, basically, like say when you talked about smoking cessation, that is also a habit, right? So any kind of habit change, belief change, like, some people are clenching their teeth. So for that, weight reduction, nail biting, bunch of stuff. anything and
Oh.
everything. I had a client who just could not go through a driving test. Wonderful driver otherwise, but when it comes to a test, he would mess up and fail,
Mhm.
and just needed to get over the hump, and we used hypnosis for that. So it can be a number of reasons, and you name it, and hypnosis can help you with that. Um, what else? And of course, you also mentioned me doing past life regression. For that, also, I use hypnosis and just go through past life. I do it in a group scenario as well as one-on-one. In one-on-one, actually, I record, and that's where you're not using the fingers, because that's not where I'm using the advanced SP hypnosis. I'm using more of a conversational, the old style, the regular hypnosis. And I actually ask you to report back all that you're experiencing and seeing in a past life regression, so that I can record it, and that recording goes to you. So you always have it with you. You can go back to it, because sometimes you get aha moments even after a month. So you connect the dots, right? So it's something cool to have it with you.
And I'm
Um,
sure watching it back, people must be like, what? So it must be so
yeah,
fascinating.
it's mainly an audio recording, not a
Mhm.
video
Well,
recording, because
listening. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Listening.
because I
Yeah.
do have to edit it, because there are lots of um places where you're going, so and to verbalize what you're seeing in a trance state, it takes a while. So if I don't edit, when you want to listen back to it, you'll be thoroughly bored. So if I edit it and make it smaller so that it's not too boring for you, and it's
That's
as
fantastic. You don't
interesting
want
as,
people falling asleep when they're finding out about their past lives.
exactly.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, that's wonderful. And I mean, I'm sure it ranges from person to person, but is there an average of how many sessions if somebody's doing a habit change, let's go back to that for a second,
Mhm.
how many sessions they might need in order to change their habit?
Well, I would say on an average, 3 sessions are good, and we can tie up all loose ends. Some people experience a change and everything happens in just one session, but I wouldn't leave it at that, because as we said, we are peeling onions and there are other layers. So you just want to make sure we get everything. So with 3 sessions, you're kind of sure. But if some things have got way more reasons, it's a lot more than just the normal, then you may require more than 3 sessions. But
Right.
I wouldn't know that. We would do 3 sessions and then see, okay, if we require more, we deal with it then. But
Hmm.
most commonly, 3 are more than enough.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. And what else is there? So we're talking about habit changes.
Mhm.
I suppose the clientele will be different just depending on, who wants which habit change, really.
True, like we have people who are binge eaters, very healthy people. It's not that they need any weight reduction, but it's basically like they are healthy eaters. But I had a client where she went through a supermarket aisle where there were packets of chips, she couldn't resist. She had to buy two of the same. I don't remember which one was it, sour cream or whatever, and she had to buy two big ones of the same, take it home, and she would eat it in one sitting. And she couldn't stop herself. And she said, this is ridiculous. And then afterwards feel rotten,
Right.
because forget all the unhealthiness, but the oily taste and stuff in the mouth. She would feel rotten, she would feel sick, and she wanted to stop. But
Right.
she required just one session and it was done.
Amazing. That's
So, it
fantastic.
can be anything. It's something so small, if you think otherwise, but there was a reason why what triggered it, right?
That's awesome. That's
So,
awesome.
a lot of the times it's very much stress oriented. And
Right.
for each person, stress is different, and each one of us handles stress differently, right? For someone, like maybe for an average person, driving and going on a highway is not a big deal,
Right.
but there is one odd person for whom that is extremely stressful.
Yes.
And you'd wonder, what's wrong with that? It's not a big deal. But for that person, it's extremely highly, just can't do it. They get anxiety attacks when they do it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason, circumstances in their life happened, or they heard something which the subconscious interpreted it differently, and that fear was deep set.
Yes,
Right?
absolutely. I'm just checking
Mm-hmm.
on our Facebook page to see if there are any questions in the chat here. So let's see if I can find that. While I'm doing that, is there anything else you would like to tell my viewers before anything I've missed in
Well,
asking?
we talked about hypnosis a fair bit.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I love and enjoy doing hypnosis because I love to see the transformation. But I'm also trained in energy healing, so Reiki. I'm a Reiki master and I actually teach Reiki, and that has been my great passion as well. And so far, because of our dear Corona, we could not run any classes. But now I'm back to running classes, though of course with social distancing, partially online, partially in person, and back to giving power to everyone to, learn the technique and help themselves. So that's one thing I do as well.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
I'd love to come and do a Reiki session with you, I think, once, things settle down a little and school is back in session and I'm
Yeah.
settled with whatever that's going to be, because I don't know right now. But
Right.
I think that would be fantastic. So, because
Yeah.
I was actually telling Nisreen, to those of you who are watching, I was telling Nisreen that I had Reiki a little bit done on me when I was doing a massage once, but it was so short, I don't even remember what she did, really. And it was kind of like, hey, I think you're kind of blocked. Can I do some Reiki? So it was very casual and spontaneous, and I didn't know I was going to be getting Reiki. So, and then I had one kind of group session where it was more about relaxation, not really a therapy kind of thing. And the lady told us that, like, full out, because, and Nasreen was explaining that it has to be one-on-one if it's more therapy-based, that, you can't obviously be doing healing on a whole bunch of people with their energy if you're getting everybody's energy at once. Am I getting that right?
Well, you can do healing for a whole bunch of people also,
Okay.
but it's a different kind of healing. It's not a specific healing, right? Because we do distant healing to maybe a traumatic place or a place where, sometimes a calamity has hit, and we do group Reiki and we send the Reiki to all the people who have, when the tsunami had hit, we had done that. When the earthquake was there, we did that for the earthquake victims. So we still do that and people get the benefit, the healing benefit, but it's more generalized.
Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying that. That's fantastic. So I think that's all the questions I have for you. It's all I can think of that thing, and you certainly explained all you do. Which is wonderful. So if you need any of those services, I'm going to be putting all of Nisreen's contact information in the comments. So just check the comments box below and you can reach out to her. You can reach her on Facebook or at her website or by email. I will post all of that in the comments. And we thank you for taking the time to watch with us. I hope you enjoyed it. And actually, on a personal note, I will tell you that I've been thinking that maybe I'm going to do like a weekly spotlight on somebody else's business or some other area of interest that you might like. So my viewers, let me know if that's something that you would like me to do, since this is our first one. I thank you, Miss Nisreen, for being my first guest here. I've never had a guest on my live.
It's an honor to be the first one.
Well, it's wonderful. It was wonderful. As soon as I met you, I was like, yeah, we got to talk to people. So
yeah,
thank you for taking the time. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll chat again soon.
We will. Thank you so much for inviting me. Bye-bye.
It was wonderful. Take care. Bye-bye.